Welcome to Stop Now, where the reckless driving of idiots and cars almost turned into disasters, if not for luck, at the right time, at the right place. As the scene at Second 40 will make you wonder, luck or miracle? On Friday afternoon, the 7th, at the intersection of Morrow, a truck suddenly lost control, crossed the highway lane, and crashed straight into a house. Fortunately, the driver, passengers, and residents in the house were all safe. Cameras captured the moment two cranes collapsed onto a house in the Netherlands. Miraculously, people nearby managed to flee before the disaster happened. Once again, I want to talk about safety. Large vehicles often have blind spots, especially if they don't have full-length mirrors. Never pass on the right.
Колесо у него прокололось.
On August 29, 2020, around 1:15 p.m., a collision occurred on the DTS, Drogowa Trasa Expressway in Silesia, Poland, a key route connecting cities like Gliwice, Zabrze, and Katowice. Some drivers reportedly exited their cars on foot due to long delays. Water tank falls from roof just steps away from boy. This is a warning to all of us. Video recorded in Jiangxi, China shows the water tank falling in heavy rain and strong wind. No one was injured, but if it had been a few seconds later, the consequences could have been different. Just because of not looking, almost lost his life. A young man crossed the street without looking, almost got hit by a truck. Luckily, he jumped off his motorbike in time, but the truck was stuck under him. The camera captured the pickup truck swerving to the left to avoid a collision ahead, but suddenly hit two tractor trailers in succession, causing an uncontrollable chain of collisions. A Russian man miraculously survives after crashing and burning motorbike thanks to jumping out in time. Driving past the highway exit, the car driver stopped in the middle of the road, causing two trucks to flip over. The incident happened on a highway in China. The white sedan suddenly stopped in the middle of the two lanes when it discovered it had gone past the exit. The two trucks behind had to swerve sharply to avoid it, causing one car to flip over and the other to spin around. Meanwhile, the sedan turned right and left the highway as if nothing had happened. A new video captures the moment people nearly avoid a piece of metal that falls right in front of South Station. At Daltonganj Station, India, a mother and her young child slipped and fell while trying to board a moving train. Both were dragged along the tracks. Thanks to the quick reflexes of the RPF soldiers, they were pulled up in time. A family was pushing a stroller on the sidewalk when an accident happened. A bus collided with a car, causing the car to spin, fly off the road, and almost hit all three people. The car stopped just a few feet away from them. Never take it for granted when walking near the road, even on the sidewalk. Out-of-control cars can come at any time, so always keep a safe distance and look carefully when crossing intersections. A 16-seat car was thrown and overturned in the middle of an intersection, just because of not looking carefully while crossing the street. On the morning of July 27, in Camp Phi, Quang a 16-seat passenger car was speeding through an intersection when a car hit it hard on the side. The collision caused the passenger car to overturn, the windshield was shattered, and the front of the car was deformed. Fortunately, no one passed away, but this is a clear warning about the importance of looking carefully before crossing the street. Oh my God, I wonder how he can be so lucky. The video shows the photographer taking just a split second to take a step back, just enough to avoid the car whizzing past him. The heart-stopping moment underscores the importance of keeping a safe distance at high-speed events. And here's the behind the scenes of an exciting Indonesian martial arts movie you may have seen. A girl driving a motorbike in the opposite direction, when seeing a dump truck coming, promptly abandoned her motorbike and ran to safety. That's why you should make sure the handbrake is on and the car is in safe condition. Dashcam footage captured the shocking moment a car sped through an intersection in Sacramento, running a red light, and crashed into two vehicles that were legally traveling. The two people in the car were rescued. On June 27th, while going downhill on Dalnyaya Street, a Nissan diesel truck suddenly lost its brakes. Miraculously, a girl who had just crossed the street avoided the accident by a hair's breadth. Just a few steps almost cost lives. This video captures the moment a family crossed the tracks right in front of an oncoming Pendolino train, and only thanks to the train driver's emergency brake. On the morning of June 3rd, in Vila Formosa, Manuacu, Brazil, a truck accidentally hit an electric pole while reversing on the side of the road. The pole broke and fell on a car parked across the street, causing serious damage. Fortunately, no one was injured. Power was temporarily cut off in the area and restored at 1 p.m. the same day. A shipper was so engrossed in his phone while delivering a package that he crashed into the back of a Toyota Yaris. Viewers thought the car owner would loudly blame him or demand compensation, but no, and I call that warmth. A rare accident was just recorded by a dash cam when a tractor trailer was driving when suddenly the rear wheel fell off. In a small alley in Shenzhen, China, a man was walking when a snake suddenly jumped out from under his car. Fortunately, he was only scared and not seriously injured. The snake then crawled under the car and disappeared. A man in a wheelchair got stuck on an escalator and was saved in a split second by the kindness of a stranger. A truck lost control and crashed into a series of cars parked on the side of the road in Vietnam. A mother and her child managed to flee in time, narrowly escaping tragedy. No matter what vehicle you are driving, it is important to observe and control your speed. The shiny Titan Nexon had just been brought into the apartment complex when it suddenly accelerated. crashed straight into a row of bicycles in the parking lot and almost flipped over on the spot. Perhaps this girl should thank the car and the barrier next to her. On Neftchilar Avenue, Nacy, an accident caused the car to lose control, go up on the sidewalk, and almost hit a pedestrian. Fortunately, everything was fine. On the morning of September 16, 2024, in Ambernath, India, as two dump trucks were turning left, a young man on a motorbike crashed into the second one. Both rear wheels crushed the motorbike, but the young man was unharmed. The car driver did not slow down when the light was about to change, and the truck did not keep enough distance. When the car suddenly braked, neither had time to react properly. SUV flipped over in playground, and the only luck was the kids didn't get out and the woman didn't. A 33-year-old drunk driver nearly caused a disaster at Gallatin Elementary School. The bus broke the barrier to cross the railway tracks just 1 second later, and it would have been impossible. At the B-level crossing between Stopnow and Koszalin, Poland, the bus driver tried to cross while the barrier was down, broke the barrier, and stopped right next to the tracks. Luckily, there was no collision with the train, and all 4 people on board were safe. A Renault driver around 62 years old mistook the brake pedal for the accelerator when leaving the Slodiensky roundabout. The car drove onto the curb, almost hitting a teenager who was crossing the street. Fortunately, the pedestrian reacted in time. The driver's license was confiscated and the case is being processed by the court. On May 24 in Shanghai, an Audi driver merging into the lane recklessly, a pickup truck refused to yield and forced its way back. Both sides retaliated by forcing each other's cars, leading to a collision, and both were stuck. Fortunately, no one was injured, but both were restrained by the police. On the highway, a slight yield can save you from a big trouble. Don't let your ego take over your mind. Drivers must prioritize safety by staying alert to road conditions and traffic flow, especially near intersections.
Whoa!
Oh, they're running from the car.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you can't even get it.
A pickup truck rapidly accelerated to overtake a slower vehicle, unaware of the sudden congestion ahead due to construction.
Okay, so here, 35, I think might
Always stay vigilant and report any suspicious activities on the road.
No. Great, now we don't have a yellow. Holy shit!
Running a red light is never a wise decision. Car crashes are unavoidable.
I got that on camera. Should I tell them?
Yeah, we should tell them. Oh, careful, like, we don't want to get hit because of that. Oh, sh.
Let me guess, before that was a curve. Did the driver make the turn at this speed?
Turn right onto East Broad Street.
This little section is long. Yep, and I just recorded it.
The truck driver did not secure the goods on the vehicle. Hope he's okay. It sounds like he was blown away by the wind.
Dial 911.
I wonder how far these drivers will go after causing a problem. Think the driver was drunk when driving. They couldn't even see the car parked on the side of the road anymore.
ambulance and fire.
Oh! Call 911.
Hey! I'm overtaking! You have to give way! You sped up and not let me pass! And I've got it all on dash cam!
Harsh event detected.
Pay attention to your mirrors. The distance of the car at the time of overtaking is too close.
Mama! Oh, yeah!
Oh my God. God. Oh my God.
An impatient driver suddenly changed lanes and collided with a car traveling at the same speed at 294 Chicago on March 9, 2021. Be careful. If the driver had waited patiently for the red line to end, his journey home probably wouldn't have been any longer. The driver of the vehicle that was impacted was sleeping at the time of the incident, but he is okay. He was fine. Do you think speed was a factor in this car crash?
In some ways, now it was on. If an active shooter situation erupted right here, right now, Messiah would take control and flip the script.
It's fortunate that no one was injured in the trailer incident involving their 1981 DeLorean.
video is now locked.
Hey, I just got hit by an 18-wheeler.
Car crash occurring on corners are not uncommon. If you slow down a bit, you can control your lane.
Zero full slide. Accelerate.
Oh my God, they pulled across 2 lanes on a right turn. Watch for drivers entering 3 lanes without checking. It is very possible that the front brakes and tires are lost at the first collision.
You know? All is good. Trust me, I have other problems. Okay. I'm just driving and bumping to bumper 415 talking to Scott. I'm like, I love you.
Okay.
What? Oh, be careful. Okay. You okay?
Yeah, just almost,
Seems weird, but
Whoa! You did that too. That truck got bombed. Not mine. I know it's not mine.
oh my God!
The driver maintained concentration throughout the process, thereby avoiding unexpected incidents. Very good driving skills. A car crash collision involving a red Ford Focus and a white Hyundai Accent occurred. The Lexus driver running the red light caused the incident, but to me it was not surprising. She deserves a lesson. Serial incident occurred when a pickup truck collided with multiple cars on southbound Interstate 5.
And he could feel his heart beat in his chest. What does the number 19 mean to you?
What are you doing?
Oh no, look in the mirror.
Turn left at the traffic light.
Pay attention, cunthead!
At the end of the day, there's no legit schedule. So how are we working that out?
My truck just tipped, man.
That's 5. Henry 1 is over 30.
Luckily, the driver was able to escape immediately afterward. He's fine. Let's focus on the moving bus. Let's see how the driver makes the turn.
One-star emergency. At the light, use the right 2 lanes to turn right onto California 16 West Howe Avenue. Continue on Howe Avenue for 2 miles.
Alexa.
How fast do you think the white car is going?
Right! God damn it!
The driver decided to overtake and change lanes too early. I don't think the problem is from the tire. Actively slow down when entering corners to control steering. caused by loss of concentration while driving, ending up from behind is no longer strange. Be more careful. What do you think about using the horn when crossing an intersection in this situation?
Trời ơi, cái dây dụ sao nó đụng tới kìa, xuống thôi.
Here, they go back to
Trevor!
we're okay.
Drive carefully and stay alert on the road.
It's funny, because I got out there and I was like, it's cold. I was like, covered in dust. I said something. Oh! Let it go.
Sullivan could have said the hollow's not even close.
Careless overtaking and reckless lane changes cause the driver to get stuck in the trap he set. Disclaimer: this video is for educational and informational purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. All incidents are real and shown to promote road safety and responsible behavior behind the wheel. We do not encourage reckless driving, road rage, or negligence in any form. All individuals are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. The purpose of this content is to raise awareness and prevent similar situations. Please stay alert, follow traffic laws, and respect others on the road. Safety isn't luck, it's a choice we make every time we drive. Thanks for watching Stop Now, where we show how split-second decisions can make the difference between disaster and a second chance. Subscribe for more real-life lessons from the road, because every close call has something to teach. See you next time, stay safe out there.